Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Do What You Love sessions here at Miami Community Radio. As we said last week, I'm going to be bringing guests every single week that are super talented in the community here in Miami. And today I have no other than somebody that if you follow me already, you might already know. This is Bayla G.
Hello.
We make a lot of music together. In fact, together we started an electronic music duo called ILLUZIONS. And the reason that today I brought her to the show is because, again, if you follow me, you may know, we released our EP last Friday.
Unsound Desires.
Exactly. And today's show is going to be a live performance of that EP. So we're going to be playing around 30 minutes of completely original music from our EP. Bayla here is going to sing live. We're going to be adding some live synth as well as some DJing. So we're bringing a full-on hybrid set. But before we get into singing, we also want to open up to you a little bit about how we met and what led up to this EP. We've been working on this EP for about 2 years now. And it's been
2.5.
Yeah, and
it's been a long journey.
And we met like in 2018, our freshman year of college. So let's kind of take a trip down memory lane for a little bit, and introduce how we met and how it all this journey started.
Yeah. So Mark is from Spain, as you can tell by the accent. I am not. I'm from New Jersey, and we went to school together in New Jersey. Small little tech school. We did a music program. And it's actually funny, we had an orientation, like pre-orientation group game, like icebreaker game that they were doing. And they literally pulled people's names out of a hat to partner them. And we were partnered in the very first icebreaker event. And from there, like we showed each other our music. We were like, oh my God. Like I started more indie, kind of like playing guitar, had a little bit of like experience with electronic production, but mostly did more acoustic-based music. And Mark was like DJ, EDM, came to New York City to, to start that career. And so we kind of combined forces almost. And because he wanted more vocals in his music, I wanted more like electronics, and I wanted to improve my own production skills.
Bayla would have those like amazing records that would always keep like building up. And
but I couldn't do a drop.
She's like, Mark, I need help doing a drop. And so that's kind of how we bonded freshman year of college there.
I would send him like 16 measures of something. I'd be like, all right. Do your thing.
And then we got lucky. We also randomly lived in the same dorm building, so
we were
like
hall from each other.
we were down the hall, so we would always work on music.
We'd stay up till we had just left our homes. We were free first year of college, so we'd stay up till like 4 in the morning just making music in the studio, and we would go to like the piano lab at the school and just just make songs from scratch, just all the time.
Yeah, literally, like, of course, freshman year, you usually have a lot of free time, so that's what we did. And then we started making our first songs together. I remember we had a song that we worked on that never got released, but it's still,
the foundation.
The foundation of how we started. And we also would bond a lot over, like, similar artists, like Rufus the Soul, Odessa, a lot of those, like, melodic, electronic, also indie artists. And that's kind of how the journey started. We had our first release, like, a few months later.
Our sound has definitely evolved, and I think because both of us have just improved our skills. And even this EP, we started it 2.5 years ago, but the amount that we changed throughout the process, because we would listen back to a track, and like it's months after we've worked on it, but you have to keep working on things that you get bored of anyway. But we would listen back, and we'd be like, what were we thinking?
Exactly.
And we would just rework the whole thing and just implement like new sounds that we had been listening to. Yeah.
Yeah, and our workflow also changed a lot. Of course, when I started in college and I first came to America, I knew very little about songwriting and about the whole like writing, singing process. And then I brought in more of the production and vice versa, kind of with Bayla. But now we've gotten to a point where we've all learned from each other so much that we're completely involved in the process where we've written and produced all these songs together.
Our favorite thing to do is just sit by the studio and like each have our own chair and we just work on the song together. Like every once in a while because of, when COVID was happening and just when Mark has to travel or I have to travel, it happens that like there are times where we have to work remotely, and that's fine. We've done it. We've made it work. But the best feeling is to just sit in that studio with our little light up, do what you love sign. We dim the lights and we just work on music the whole night.
Yeah, yeah, that's how we started. Also, like in our dorm rooms with our LED lights. You know, I remember freshman year we didn't even have access to the studio on campus, so we would have to like find ways to record vocals without like getting room noise. So I remember like literally like grabbing blankets and like holding them up above Bayla on her dorm.
And then I would sing in the closet. I had a very small walk-in closet, very small. And I'd put all my equipment in there. We'd run the cable under the door.
Yeah.
Mark would be on the other side. He'd be like, "You ready?"
Yeah. It was funny. It was funny. We started, and then as the years went by, and university allowed us to use their studio. We got so lucky. We got to like record this entire EP in like a full like industry standard professional studio with like professional microphones and like an amazing setup. So there was definitely like a progression there as well.
Yeah, and we improved our own skills with like audio engineering in that sense too. So not only did we improve like our musicality skills on the creative side, but we also just got a lot better as like music engineers.
For sure. And let's talk about why we started this project a little bit. Let's give them a little bit like an insight of why this EP got released and where it all started.
Began. Yeah, so we had, like we said, we'd been making music throughout our college years, and when we got to senior year, we kind of had to create our senior thesis, which was just a big project of kind of whatever you wanted to do within the music and technology field. And Mark and I, because we'd been working together so much, and we kind of, like, I never would make songs on my own. Everything was kind of like a partnership. We were like, why don't we just make it official? Why don't we become a music duo? So we decided to call ourselves ILLUZIONS. I don't know if Mark wants to...
There's two versions to this story. There's the super intricate, like interesting, trying to look cool kind of story. And then there's the funny one. So we'll tell both. You can tell the story.
Yeah, so there is this sushi place. So we went to school in Hoboken, which was right near the city. And there was a sushi place called Illusion Sushi with a Z in Illusion. And we would go there a lot because we both really like sushi. And so on like some of the nights that we would make music, we would, you know, be like, let's go get sushi.
Yep.
And then when we were coming up with names, I was like, hey.
What about Illusions?
Hopefully the sushi place doesn't give us a call and they're like, hey, we want to cut.
We low-key stole their name, but
we added an S to the end.
It also felt like, you know, it implied that the name implies like an illusion, which our music is very like atmospherical and
metaphorical.
Yeah, and it's very like we're all about creating like soundscapes through our sound, and we definitely like manipulate sounds in a way that are different from when they got recorded or where they came from. So it's almost like kind of like our music feels like an illusion in some sort of way. Yeah. So we could build the story around it to make up for the name.
And we liked how the Z kind of looks like a 2 in the font that we chose, and we're like, we're an electronic duo, you know, 2 people. So we put that together, and then after that, we were like, let's move to Miami. You know, we didn't really have a plan. We just kind of...
Yeah, so we graduated college, and we were like, we got 2 options: getting a corporate job and then doing music on the side, or like actually like going and being like, all right, let's actually jump into the pool, no plan B, put ourselves into survival mode, and maybe like this it'll work out. And that's kind of what we did, and that's when we moved down here to pursue our career.
We started a business with the name ILLUZIONS as well, so we could financially fund our music career. And so we're an audiovisual production company as well as an artist duo. So, you know, we're learning the business side of things as well as the artist side of things. So it's been a journey so far.
It's been a journey since 2018
and
where
finally
where it all started.
This EP, which like encapsulates.
This EP encapsulates our life from like 2020 to 2024 that we've been working on it ish, since like some of those songs started, but also since we met. Like a lot of like our life and our influences growing up, meeting, all the experiences we had in college, they led up to this music. Like we portrayed our personalities, the way we think, our experiences, you know, into this EP. So with that being said, I just think that enough talking. Let's show some music.
And we'll talk about like the meaning behind the EP, because we did kind of create a story, but we want it to be kind of ambiguous and let people, you know, decide what they think it means to themselves first, and then we'll talk about the story that we came up with when we were creating this.
So let the music tell you the story in the way that you feel it. Let's just go. Let's play some music.